that's just how dark it was. I didn't notice that it was that dark, but yeah. So that's what I'm noticing, like. And then I was really worried about myself, because it takes nothing for me to find some penny any job if my goal is just to pay the rent. But I think I come to the point where I realize, it's not just about paying the rent. The rent is not the big deal here. The big deal is me, and I don't have any strings or any ties that's keeping me from doing from focusing on what needs to be focused on. If I have family and friends and all these people that, whatever my behavior or, me standing outside of the line does, whatever it is, if it affected them in some kind of way or they cared, then, it would be hard. But it doesn't make sense for me to scramble to find some job where I'm going to be abused and mistreated, whether it's a good paying job at $30 an hour or whether it's a little telemarketer job where they're paying me less than minimum wage, to be chewed up, to be spit out, to be used, to have all my, and if they see talent and worth, have all my talent and worth taken and just be thrown out like it's nothing, I don't have time for that again. Or if they find that me trying to stand my ground is an affront to them, to be falsely accused of something, I don't have time for that anymore. Fuck them, and that's something that when I was really young, I guess a young man that was more worldly than I would ever be, that's what he was saying, that basically I have to learn how to say that and mean it, And I thought that was just so harsh, but I can understand that now. I never really had a taste of, the real world and how it really operates. And that's what I see. And like watching these videos, I see, I'm not that and I don't want to be that, but I see these videos of these women just pure being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell these females, and the girl don't even look homeless, but they'll say homeless woman, such and such and such. So they took advantage of probably a female that thought that person was there to help them. You know what I mean? And so, with that knowledge and that wisdom, I go into the street, and with that knowledge and that wisdom, I want to scream out my sexuality or my lack of it. Just the fact that because I'm a female and because I'm comfortable in my own skin, that does not mean in any way or fashion that I'm here to attract you, And I just want it known, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of women not being liberated. But also, there has to be a check and balance on everything. You can't be so out there, sexually, whether it's just even in just a mental state of where you're thinking about these things in the privacy of your own home, because there are other things in life and yourself and talents, actual gifts. Those are not gifts, those are something else, but actual gifts that you have that need to be nourished and nurtured. There's that same spirit of love and kindness and goodness that you need to nurture in everyone else too, But the balance, I think, that God or the Creator or whoever was trying to put into me by making me go through all these things and experience all these things, is just like the Fool Tarot card. You see the guy hanging upside down. He's in a precarious situation. He doesn't really know it, and he's just kind of hanging, It's to let me know that, you can't be, if you're so smart, so intelligent, so gifted, so talented, or so beautiful. That's why, my hair got fucked up, my teeth got messed up. I got put into a situation where I was just amongst a whole bunch of thugs and, ne'er-do-wells or whatever like that, because if you're so beautiful, so smart, so intelligent, so straight and narrow, you can't be of good to anybody, because you can't, something's stirred over here. You can't be of any use to anybody because you haven't been broken. You're so stiff and sturdy that the majority of people that have been trampled over and run over by the system, trampled over and run over by people that they've allowed into their lives that didn't appreciate them, you can't relate to them and they can't relate to you. There's no piece of dirt or anything that they can, kind of get on you to kind of grow from, So, I'm learning. I have a lot to learn, a lot more to learn, I was about to say I'm 30, but I'm not. I'm 38. I'm going to stop saying that I'm 40 because I have to live in 38, stand in the strength of 38 and enjoy it, So, yeah, so, I have a lot to learn, and this journey is not even halfway over, Anything could happen with my life. I could be taken just like that in a spur of the moment. Anything could happen. You've seen it on TV, stupid stuff. Somebody's walking down the street and somebody gets mad and decides to run them over just because, anything can happen. So just the mere fact that I'm 38 and I'm standing here and I'm still living and I'm still breathing and still coherent, regardless of who does or who does not, love or care about me, I'm here, So that means that, there's a lot inside of me that somehow, whatever the purpose is, not to say that if your nature and your root is evil or whatever, that you don't deserve to be here, because something made you that way, and that's the way that you're supposed to be. And whatever way that it was that I was created, that's the way that I'm supposed to be. So whatever it is that's inside of me, I have to kind of, develop that and refine it and put it out there, because that's my gift to the world. And we all have gifts to the world that we're supposed to disseminate. It's just a matter of making sure that we get it out there. So I'm gonna check the time. I think I have a bus card that's still valid. I don't know. Like I said, I wasted so much money this past month. I know I wasted like at least $500, at least $500 for sure, and unnecessarily. But it's like once I started wasting it, and I was like, I wasted all that money there. It doesn't even matter anymore, So I'm gonna do this quick check and see if I have a bus pass, which really it doesn't matter, because I'm enjoying this walk. It's probably gonna be hard when I come back though, because I plan to have provisions when I come back. Not a whole lot, but still, if you're walking, not a whole lot can get really heavy. So and then like each month I've been setting up like new emails and new, whatever, just to show a new month. And I guess if I ever, which I probably won't ever do, but I was gonna say, if I ever decide to go back and view, those months, I could, just to see my progress and things that I went through a month at a time, And I always said that I was gonna do my autobiography, but I don't know if that will ever happen, because yeah, it's still good for today. And I could already feel my hair. I already feel my hair like really, really curling up. So, it's whatever. But sometimes I think like I said, like nature, like I'm not all natural. I let nature take its course. I think the way nature makes things is so beautiful. And the other thing I have to realize too is that I've always known it as far as perfect as the way God made us, perfect in our imperfections. But even the imperfections that are caused outside in the world are also part of our perfect in our imperfections things. So I'm hoping that nobody bothers me. Like normally nobody does, but I think because of I put information. I'm just assuming because nobody really ever actually bothers me, but I'm assuming because I put information out that the people that do, that's why, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of creepy, because what if they think they know you better than they do? And then I wonder too about myself, like, why am I doing that? And I think a major part of it is that I'm lonely, and that's my way of reaching out to people, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's kind of like, to me, my selfless way of reaching out, I'm grabbing at straws. It's like, even if nobody cares or nobody really interacts with me on that level, it's important to me because I'm sharing my mind and who I am. Because if I don't speak and you don't know about who I am, if nobody in the world knows about who I am, whether it's on the internet or in person, it's just like, you're missing out on the fact that there's a beautiful, talented, gifted, intelligent person that has thoughts and feelings just like anyone else. And I think a lot of times when you see homeless people, that's the part that gets confused or twisted, is because they're homeless. You don't have the resources to, hear what they have to say. They don't have the, it's nobody gets a chance to hear what they have to say, Just like all the people that are somehow institutionalized one way or other by the criminal justice system, whether they're behind bars or not, homeless situations, whether they're in the shelter or not, all of these different things are institutions. And it makes a person lose their voice. Nobody hears them anymore. And so I think another thing of this is that it's healing to me. It's a way for me to have my voice. I think even 10 years ago or whenever the case was there, I really wanted to express myself then, but I didn't have any means to, and people knew it and didn't care, you know. And I mean, it hurt me because I saw, you know, that these people that have recreation centers, community centers, whatever, those people were bad people. You know, the people that worked for that was supposed to be helping foster kids and whatever, those are bad people. These are people that, you know, put children in harm's way. You take people out of, people that truly care about young people, you take them out of a situation where they could actually be of help, you know, and be the light. But the thing is that, you know, no matter what my age was, I still have a child at heart. So what it did do was it taught me, you know, what the real world really was, you know. So that's it. And I'm thinking I should have brought my honey with me, because if I went to churches, I could put my honey on my spicy chicken. But I don't think I'm going, because I'm not in the mood for fried food anymore. What I'm in the mood for is like pasta. And why I'm going all the way up the street for pasta, I don't know. I'm not even in the mood for, like, usually I really love stuff that you put in the toaster oven. But I'm not in the mood for that either. I'm just in the mood for straight up pasta. I could have had pizza. That's cheap. But I don't know. Maybe I just needed to get out the house and get some fresh air. Or just needed a long walk, you know. Long walks at night, to me, that's a wonderful thing to be able to do, you know. And I think the place I am is a nice place for that. But I'm going to let y'all know. I mean, I don't know for sure, like, what I'm doing from one minute to the next. And it's like there's a time crunch, so I don't know why the uncertainty. But I know for sure that something, you know, the creator, whatever, you know, whatever makes this matrix of this world work does not want me at that place anymore. You know, rats in my bed, in my fridge. I can't even fucking cook, you know. And it's too hot for me to really like clean up and stuff in there. Somebody or something doesn't want me there. And one of the last things that my mom said to me, pieces of advice that I could use, was that, okay, you know, now you're old as hell. You know, you're not got no kids. You keep it simple. You know, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife. You know, maybe 1 or 2 clothes that you wear, change out every other day. And that's what it's gonna be. You know, I'm not young anymore. I'm not trying to attract anybody, you know. So just, you know, something sensible, you know, like I could have a skirt, a jacket, a shirt, maybe a pair of tights and shoes. I don't know, but I'll work it out. You know, I'm gonna make myself a little to-go package, and I don't need much. You know, most people, I don't know if I'll be able to do, because I think all of us are addicted to a certain extent to, you know, like cell phones and shit like that. This right now, I need to find an alternate way, because this is my form of communication, you know. This is my form of interacting and sharing who I am, you know, at a safe distance. You know, that's what the internet is for me. I can share me and, you know, my need to be honest at a safe distance, you know, so that you can see who I am. And that's it, you know. Without it, I don't know, you know, like, then I would put myself right in people's grass, and I really don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be in anybody's grass. I like being, you know, kind of being me and being seen and being heard for whatever it is that I am, good, bad, or ugly, you know, all of that. You know, if you see my YouTube channel, I really don't care. You know, I show whatever it is, and I don't hide it or try to make it better than it is. But I don't know, you know, what I would do. You know, I don't know how I would manage that. But I guess the way system is now, anyhow, we're all going to be on television and stored in a database somewhere. So, and the thing about it is, and we're never going to be at a point where we're inaccessible, because the government is always going to have access to you, you know. So that's what made me think about that book, The Invisible Man, because that's what he was, just kind of below the grid, you know. Anyways, I'm coming to the close of my time that I have to record, so I'm gonna go. I still don't know what I'm gonna bring back to feed myself, but we'll see.